Good morning from Sharon, and I'm here to give you your craft details for this week, and also in a moment I'll be telling our Bible story. Now, first of all, we have a birthday this week. Last Thursday it was Macy's birthday, and she's now 6 years old, so happy birthday, Macy. Congratulations, hope you had a lovely day, and here's your birthday bubbles. Right, so moving on to the craft details for this week. This week we're going to be making some heart hugging arms. Okay, so we've got a lovely heart in the middle, and then we've got these extendable arms to give a hug. And the details of that will be in the video towards the end of the service. And also there should be an email going out to you this week with some printable templates to help with that. If you don't receive our weekly email, if you want to email me families@canforparish.org, then I'll be able to put you on the list and you'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on. Right, we're going to move on to our Bible story for this morning. And the story today is called The Lost Son and the Loving Father. Moan, moan, moan. The religious leaders were moaning at Jesus again. This time they were unhappy about the kind of people Jesus was spending time with. The kind of people no one else would be seen with or even to speak to. So Jesus told them a story to show them that God's love is for everyone. A man had 2 sons. "I'm not sticking around here for another minute," shouted the man's youngest son. "I'm bored and fed up. Give me my share of the inheritance right now so I can go and live a more exciting life somewhere else." He was so rude and hurtful to his father. Not even a please or a thank you. Well, the older brother looked on and thought, "I bet our father is glad I don't behave like that," and he carried on working. Well, the father was very sad that his younger son wanted to leave, but gave him his share of the property and the money, and off he went. At first, the younger brother thought, "This is the life." He spent wads of cash on all sorts of unhealthy wild living, and thought that he was making lots of new friends. Meanwhile, the older son kept faithfully working, and the father kept waiting, hoping that the younger son would return. Well, after a while, the younger son's money ran out, and so did all his friends. To make things worse, there was a famine in the country where he was staying. Food was in very short supply. The young son had to get a job feeding the pigs. He was so hungry, he wanted to eat the pig food. And he was missing home. "What am I doing?" he thought one day. "My father looks after his servants really well. They have more than enough to eat. I'm going home. I'll tell my father how sorry I am for all I've done, and I'll ask him if I could be one of his servants. After the way I've treated him, I don't deserve to be called his son anymore." So off he went, heading back home, practicing his "I'm sorry" speech. His father, who had still been waiting and hoping, saw his son in the distance, hitched up his robes and ran as fast as he could. He threw his arms around his son and hugged him tight. Through his tears, the young son began to say he was sorry. But he was interrupted by his father calling to his servants, "Come quickly, bring new robes, bring the ring of sonship, and let's have a big party. This beloved son of mine was lost, but now he's home again." Everyone was overjoyed and celebrated with the father. Well, not quite everyone. The older son was still working. When he found out what was happening, he was furious. He refused to join the celebration. His father came out and pleaded with him to join the happy celebration, but the older son shouted angrily, "I have worked so hard for you all these years. I've never disobeyed you, but you've never had a party for me. Now this no good, money-wasting brother of mine comes home and you're having a huge party. It's not fair." The father answered him, "My dear son, you were always by my side. Everything I have is always yours to enjoy. Your brother was lost. We thought he was dead, but now here he is, alive and back home. We had to celebrate and be happy." And now on to Wendy, who's going to give us some thoughts on today's story.